everybody, it's Just.that.officer and I hope you're doing well. And today we're going to talk about EVOC. What's EVOC, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did, because it's Emergency Vehicle Operations Course. That's what it stands for. So basically, this is going to start in the academy. There you'll do a 40-hour course, you'll do some classroom work where they'll teach you pitch and yaw and all that fun stuff, technical dynamics of the police car and how they work, right? Down to the blinker, because you need to learn how to use the blinker, because you see all these people on the road today, they really don't know how to use it. So you will learn all that. You're also going to learn how to shuffle steer. What is shuffle steering? Well, I'll show you right here. So as you can see in that video, it's constantly on the wheel, right? So he's standing on the wheel at all times, just sliding the wheel through your hands. That way, if you need to get in control, you just grip, and then you can switch to the other way. All right? This is a really good tool. At first, when you get to the academy and you hear about this, you're gonna be like, what? And then you're gonna try to learn it, and it's gonna throw you all off because your whole life you've been driving like you Slim Shady in the car, and now you gotta do like this, right? So it's definitely takes getting used to. You're gonna be driving home after the academy every day and driving to the academy every day, or wherever you're doing your vehicle ops training, and you're gonna be doing that shuffle steering all day long. And then you're gonna do it on the weekends with your wife or your girlfriend or whoever else is in the car, and you're gonna annoy the crap out of them. My wife hates it. Sometimes I'll just do it just to annoy her sometimes these days. But anyways, that's shuffle steering. So really good, it really does help you control the vehicle very well. So you'll learn all that stuff, you're gonna go out into the pad and you're gonna have a grand old time running through codes and learning pursuits and all that fun stuff. And skid pads, where they'll put sprinklers on the skid pad and make it all nice and wet, where you can just lose control of the vehicle and learn how to regain control of that vehicle. It is a blast. Kick up the radio and have a good time. So yeah, you'll get through the academy. As long as you make it through the academy, you will get hired by an agency. Well, most likely. And hopefully you make it through your FTO training, and then you're gonna be on your own as an officer. And then every year or every 2 years usually, you have vehicle operations again, right? But this time it's a little bit shorter. Usually it's one day, it's an 8-hour day where you go out and you have vehicle training. They'll split the agency up into different days, and you go on whatever day you're assigned to, and you'll go out and do vehicle ops training. So I did that recently. So I decided to bring my GoPro along, and I can show you guys what 3 courses that we go to have to certify in. So there's 3 different courses, right? First one is gonna be the lane change. All right, the lane change is gonna be where you start at a certain point, there's a certain distance, which is probably about 100 feet, and then there's 2 different lanes. All right, so you're gonna start there, you gotta get up to about 30 miles an hour, and then you gotta make a lane change, and then you gotta come back into the straight lane and stop before exiting out the cone barrier. So there's a cone section. If you go past those cones, it's a fail. All right, if you hit any cones, it's a fail. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get up to this 30 miles an hour, and there's gonna be an instructor right by the lane change who's gonna say right or left or stop right before you get up to that lane change. So you're not gonna know what it's gonna be until you have to make that last second decision. That's training you. That's showing that you can make that split second decision to evade an object in the roadway or another vehicle or whatever it's gonna be. All right, so that is the lane change, and I'll show you how it's done right here. All right, so the second one is the Serpentine. All right, so the Serpentine, you think about like a snake, right? All right, so you'll start at a point where there is 2 cones, starting between the 2 cones, and then there'll be a series of cones in a straight line, 4 or more, and then there'll be an ending point of 2 cones, right? So you'll start at the front, you go forward through the Serpentine, right? Once you make it through without hitting any cones, you clear that last 2 cones, those last 2 cones, that entryway, and then you're gonna put it in reverse, and you gotta back up and do the Serpentine in reverse. And then you gotta do it all the way back, and then you gotta do it forward again. And if you don't hit any cones, you make it through, that's a pass. All right, you can't go out of line. All right, can't go out of course, or that's a fail. All right, so no cones and no out of course, so that's a fail. You're done. All right, so you get 3 out of 5 chances, just like every other one, to pass it. All right, as long as you pass it 3 out of 5, you're good to go. You passed the training. All right. So I'll show you how that's done right here. Try to get better at this backup camera because it's hard to see out these Explorers. I'm backing up. Steady speed here. So your third and final course is called the intersection. Now this one gets people hemmed up just a little bit on a certain point. All right, so you're gonna have just a plain intersection, right? Cross intersection. And then there's gonna be cones to imitate 2 lanes on each side of that intersection and cones on the outside barrier of the intersection. So you can't hit any of these cones, all right? So you're gonna go in and you're gonna make a right, all right? You're gonna first make a right to that intersection. You're gonna clear that spot to that intersection, and then you're gonna back out. You're gonna back out and go across to the other side of the intersection, and then you're gonna pull forward again, and then you're gonna back up into, directly back up into the final intersection, and then you can take a left and get out. Where everybody gets hemmed up is that final backup, because that corner is tight. So if you don't turn it tight enough, or you turn too soon, or you turn too late, you mess up, you hit a cone, and you gotta redo it. All right, so it's about finding the sweet spot turning. If you have the Explorers, they have a really good turn radius, so they work really well in this course. And it's a lot easier to show you than to explain this course, so let me show you right here. Alright guys, so that's all the 3 courses that we have to do at our agency to pass our training every year. Alright, now every agency is different. They could add a lot more different courses. If you're up in the north, they probably have different courses based on different climate. Who knows? But this is how it's done here at Florida in my agency. Now it's very important to keep doing these trainings because we drive our cars all the time. Alright, we also get different cars every now and then. Once a new fleet or a new design comes in, we have a new car and we need to know how to drive that car. We need to make sure, our agency needs to make sure that we know how to drive that car well and that we're keeping up with training. Alright, that way if an officer gets involved in a crash, you can't say, well, the police agency never showed me how to properly operate my patrol vehicle. Come on, dude. Alright, so people will end up saying that, so police agencies continue to train. Alright, and it's good for you. It's fun. Get out there to your training days, and if you have extra time out there where you can continue to go through the course even though you passed, go through it, have some fun with it, and enjoy it. You can't just go out in the street and just start doing these U-turns and serpentines anywhere you want, so this is a safe course to do it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos in the future. And if you have any ideas of what I can put back here for my new studio setup that I'm trying to work with here, let me know. I'm thinking about maybe like a patch wall or something, maybe a cool picture. I saw like motor cops escorting a donut truck. That's pretty cool. I might put that up there. But let me know down below what you guys think. And if you have any questions, please put them down below in the comments as well. I'll do my best to answer them. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.